So let's get beyond the rah-rah and let's help you unpack what it's really going to take for you to have a chance of profitability. How can you become a top performer? How can you maybe mitigate some mistakes that others have made so that you can make that money in an industry that is very dynamic? Well, let's get after it. First off, understand 90% of the agent force fails because maybe they couldn't focus. You want to go horizontal? You want to have a bad day? Well, let your focus fail. If your focus fails, everything else fails. Your mind is going to depict your movement. So an agent that is failing to keep the first things the first things. It's a boring business, my friends. If you're selling final expense insurance, it's frustrating, it's boring, but it's also phenomenal when you sell policies and get paid. It's amazing, great compensation, but you've got to have a completed thought. You can't be in an environment where you're like, oh, I'm going to sell final expense, and now I'm going to do Medicare, and now I'm going to do annuities, and now I'm going to do IULs and ULs and infinite banking and mortgage protection, and oh, wow, oh my. You're going horizontal right now. Keep your focus tight, my friends, if you want to have the best chance to take home a paycheck in this industry. You want to get paid, have powerful focus. And if you're buying into the rah-rah of this magic lead, some magic dialer that does all the work for you, you're making your way to the death of your career. You've got to really keep it about the first things. That's focusing on one boring product, whether it's Medicare or annuity sales or life insurance, whatever it is at first. Focus on just that. Be like a horse with blinders on. You want to be the best in the industry? Those that are the best in the industry have blinders on. Everything else is just noise. They are not looking at things horizontally. They're looking at things vertically. One boring thing. I'm going to help my clients win. I'm going to help my prospects win. I'm going to be powerful at this one simple product because I can sell more when I keep it simple. The old KISS system, keep it simple, salesman, right? It's so important how we speak to ourselves. Don't talk down to yourself. Talk very direct to yourself. There is a difference. So get yourself in a position where you focus so that you don't have the same failure rate that maybe everybody else does that's going horizontal, and that's not good. Now, number two is very important. If you want to get beyond the rah-rah in the insurance industry, you've got to really understand it's about you getting in front of people. Everything else is pointless right now. If you're in insurance sales and you're not intent in having massive levels of prospecting, you're going to the poorhouse. This industry is a prospecting business. The more hands you shake, as you've heard, the more money you can make. But like I say, 90% of the agent force fails because they can't focus on the first things. The first things are your belly button in front of somebody else's belly button, virtually with final expense telesales, or take your time to be a face-to-face insurance agent and get just frustrated at times when you're told no, or hey, can you come back to my house later? And there's nothing wrong with that. We've got powerful producers that are just so good at getting these problems solved with their products. But there's pain involved in prospecting, but you can't shy away from pain. You've heard it said, no pain, no gain. You want to get it in this industry? Get ready to get your hands dirty. Get ready to get your heart hurt at times when someone says, I'm going to buy from you, and then they don't. Oh, yeah, can you come back tomorrow? And then they ghost you. This gets your heart hurt at times. You can't let your heart put you where you head in a different direction horizontally. You're going to die in the industry. Focus on one boring thing and be okay with pain. Like you've heard it said, no pain, no gain. You want to get it in this industry? Get ready to get after it. Just like an NFL player has to get their beautiful cleats dirty to win games. You in insurance sales will have to get times where you're told no, you're handling objections more than you want, but it's all about you really navigating into your client's corner. It's all about their so what, not you getting your wallet fat. And if you're really good at helping your prospects solve their problems, then guess what? You get to get paid because they purchased a policy and that protection from you. You became worthwhile instead of sometimes you feel like you're worthless. I get it. Getting told no is not fun. You've got to be comfortable getting uncomfortable. That's going to help you become courageous. You're going to handle things that 90% of the agent force isn't cut out for. And it's because you keep your focus tight and you keep your focus really right in that sales call and in the systems that you deploy. Systems are so important when you don't let any distractions happen. Even a racehorse puts blinders on. You want to be the best in the industry? Be boring. It's all right. Get really comfortable with one product and help your clients win. Help them win. Solve their problems. It's their so what. What do they want me to do for them. And you're not the solution for everybody. Don't let it sour you when someone is a just master manipulator and they're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds so great. Call me tomorrow." And then as soon as you try calling back the next day, they block you and you're like, "What just happened? Give me your business card." And that just means bye-bye, sucker. Okay, this happens to everybody in their career at some point. You've got to be okay and not let it sour you. You got to smile about it, because if not, you don't want to cry. We want to capitalize in this industry, right? It's all about prospecting. It's not about sitting in my chair and spinning in circles. It's not about playing with my CRM. It's me calling myself to action and getting in front of another prospect, another prospect, another prospect to help them. To help them. And we've got to hustle to do that, my friends. And it doesn't mean that you've got to hurt your family life, not talking about that, but get yourself into an environment where you control your clock. You've got to be disciplined to make those dollars. And even when you're super disciplined, some days you're overpaid, some days you're tremendously underpaid. You've got to be okay with it. It's a painful process, especially at first. But if you can stick, if you can stay, if you can just really steer yourself into one boring vertical of final expense sales or some other form of sales, and we do recruit agents nationally as well as agencies to align here to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and a ton of annuities face to face, as well as in the telespace. So if you need good resources or even a work family to call a home, jasonfinalexpense.com will serve you no matter what work family you align with. But if you need a good home, I tell you, we're going to give it to you straight. But get yourself into a position where you understand prospecting is so important to your profitability, and anything less than you prospecting is a lethal distraction to your business in life insurance sales. You've got to focus on that. The moment that you stop going forward, you're failing, my friends. This isn't an industry where you just put the car in park. You powerfully move forward. You powerfully prospect. And then you've got to go through the pain of the rejection and realize there's pain in training. There's pain in purchasing leads. There's pain before the gains. And if you become successful, if you can sell policies, there's no better life. There's no glass ceiling in this industry. You can truly earn what you're worth, but you're going to wonder, is this worth it? All this pain? I would encourage you to say, yes, it is. There is tremendous reward with the risk. But are you a top producer? Are you a top performer? Statistics does not mean that that's going to be you. There's no safety net here in the industry, and that's dynamic. You don't want everybody in your lane when you're working life insurance leads, and most don't stay in that lane. And when you stick, when you stay, when you can follow strategic systems and scripts and really help your client win, you get to win as a result. It's invigorating. Winning is contagious, and winning matters, my friends. And it's just a powerful industry. I want you to be encouraged by what you can accomplish, but understand it's going to take the best of you, not the rest of you. And you can make it as a part-time insurance agent. When you're successful, you can make it, but you've got to make it about, I'm going to put full-time push into my part-time hours. There's so many part-time agents that have powerful levels of success, but yet there's so many part-time agents that don't put in the work, and they go horizontal and they don't make it in this industry. And that's the same with face-to-face insurance agents. They let the hardships of the industry hit them and keep them down. It's an industry where it's fight or flight. Do you got that fight in you? You may find you really like it in this industry, but pick one vertical. Stay in the boring lane. Be the best that you can be. Have a good mentor that will step with you and navigate forward so that when those hard days come, it's not as hard, so that you can practice a little bit more, so that you can give your clients more. It's about the greater that you can help your clients, the greater of an insurance career you can have. And there's no better life than this. If we can do anything to serve you or give you any resources or powerful perspective beyond the rah-rah of the industry, we'll give you the reality on this channel. Appreciate you subscribing. Hope you liked the video, but it's all about really taking that risk, finding that reward, but not focusing on income reducing activities. It's all about prospecting, all about prospecting. If not, you're going to go to the poorhouse, my friends. That's not what I want for you. Simple the business is. Easy? Definitely not. Remember, my friends, you've got what it takes. Be about taking care of these great people. They need us to succeed, because you know what? When you succeed, our clients get to win too. We'll see you soon, my friends.